Hello, everyone in TV land. This is Focus on Liberia Daily News, and I'm Jeremiah Moba presenting. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, and the year is 2024. First, I bring you the headlines. Liberia National Police charges 3 officials of the Central Bank of Liberia for allegedly stealing government funds and committing multiple offenses, including theft of property, economic sabotage, and criminal conspiracy. Majority members of the House of Representatives have officially invoked House Rule 8.1 and Article 33 of the Liberian Constitution, citing a loss of trust in Speaker Jonathan Fodante Kofa's leadership. At long last, the much talked about Liberia Immigration Service basic recruitment training is taking place in Foya, Lofa County. Away from home, the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament has suspended proceedings indefinitely following chaotic scenes in the chamber over a row about which party holds the parliamentary majority. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail, plus much developments. The Liberia National Police have charged 3 officials of the Central Bank of Liberia on October 19, 2024 for allegedly stealing government funds and committing multiple offenses, including theft of property, economic sabotage, and criminal conspiracy. The officials, identified as Yomi Titus 43, Afrida S. Ling, Tar Decker, and another individual yet to be identified, were sent to court following their detention. According to the police charge sheet, the case arose after CBL acting Governor Henry Samuel filed a complaint with the police on October 14, 2024 regarding a fraudulent transaction involving $961,777.15 in government funds. The complaint was forwarded to the Financial Crimes Investigation Division of the Liberia National Police for investigation. The incident began when CBL authorities instructed their staff in the accounting pool to reserve an abnormal balance of $1,399,391.42 from the CBL's Teller 30 account at the Liberia Revenue Authority headquarters in Pineville. The goal was to credit the government of Liberia's payroll for 2024 and debit the Teller 30 account. However, 3 CBL employees, Title, Leaking, and Decker, allegedly transferred $961,777.15 to a personal account 0052-181-10466-00102 at International Bank Liberia Limited rather than following the prescribed procedure. Investigators discovered that on August 1, 2024, Wellon Grant Jeplot, Director of Banking at the CBL, instructed the bank's Risks and Compliance Department to investigate the abnormal balance. The investigation recommended that the CBL debit the government of Liberia's payroll account for $961,777.15 and credit the Teller 30 operation and account with $417,614.27. The majority members of the House of Representatives have officially invoked House Rule 8.1 and Article 33 of the Liberian Constitution, starting a lot of trucks in Speaker Jonathan Funante Kofa's leadership. A letter dated October 22, 2024, addressed to Deputy Speaker Thurman P. Falla, reveals that a resolution signed by a majority of lawmakers reaffirms their lack of confidence in Speaker Kofa. This move underscores the legislators' commitment to their roles as representatives of the Liberian people. The letter states, by directive of the majority members, we inform you that a section of the House of Representatives has been convened in the joint chamber of the legislature. It also emphasizes that a quorum, defined as a simple majority of each house, is essential for conducting legislative business. Acting Chief Clerk James Tobo, who signed the letter on behalf of the majority members, formally invites Deputy Speaker Falla to attend a session to ensure the effective conduct of proceedings. This development signifies a pivotal movement in the ongoing leadership struggle within the House, raising significant concerns about governance and accountability in Liberia. Artifact International Insurance Company Liberia Limited, through its foundation as part of its corporate social responsibility, has provided 19 Liberian students scholarships through the Rescue for Abandoned Children in Hardship. The company, on Tuesday at its head office in Singa, 5th Street, launched the second phase of its back-to-school program and provided a sum of 960,000 Liberian dollars to reach for the full registration and tuition of 90 unprivileged students. Mr. Augustine W. Guy, Managing Director and CEO of Adiva, speaking at Phase 2 of the company back-to-school ceremony, lauded the founder and Executive Director of REACH, Ms. Niswat B. and Levisu, for the smooth partnership geared towards bringing relief to less fortunate parents by providing education for their case through Adivat Foundation to keep them in school. The Managing Director and CEO of Adivat encouraged and reaffirmed the company's commitment to maintaining the scholarship as part of an effort to ensure young Liberians have access to adequate education. He said the Adivat Back to School Scholarship program started in 2023 through the partnership with REACH to help unprivileged kids have access to quality education. For her part, the founder and executive director REACH, Ms. Niswa B. and Livingstone, expressed her organization's gratitude to Adiva Foundation for reducing the backlog of her organization to assist in providing scholarship opportunities for underprivileged children. She said Adiva has been a wonderful partner, assisting in easing the stress of parents who cannot afford to send their kids to school over the last 2 academic years by keeping them in school. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Her Excellency Sarah Beslow Yanti, on Tuesday, October 22, 2024, received in audience the Ambassador Designate of Sweden to Liberia, Her Excellency Kai Bacchus. The incoming ambassador paid a courtesy call at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs on Capitol Hill, Monrovia, as part of his engagements ahead of presenting his letters of credence to His Excellency Joseph Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia. During the meeting, Foreign Minister Yanti formally accepted copies of the letters of credence from Ambassador Designate Bacchus, congratulating him on his appointment as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Kingdom of Sweden to the Republic of Liberia. Foreign Minister Yanti highlighted the long-standing and cordial relations between Liberia and Sweden, noting that the two nations share a rich history of cooperation. She expressed Liberia's commitment to strengthening these bilateral ties, particularly in areas that promote mutual growth and development. At long last, the much talk about Liberia's immigration service business recruitment training is taking place in Foya, Lofa County. According to LRS, 500 new recruits are currently undergoing intensive training in basic immigration formalities. The in-process LRS 6-week intensive recruits training focuses on general immigration functions, basic investigation, and tactical training, plus knowledge on legal formalities, techniques in law enforcement, among others. Speaking at the official opening ceremony held on Sunday, October 20, 2024 in Foya, Lufa County, LRS Deputy Immigration General for Naturalization, Anthony Dixon Tambat, who represented the Commissioners General, Anthony Stephen Zacco, thanked the training facilitators for making sure the new recruits are on base for training at the institution's own training academy in Foya. According to Deputy Commissioner Tamba, the current recruit training is predicated upon the fact that 318 old officers of the LRS are expected to be pensioned soon by the Civil Servant Agency, and the new recruits are expected to replace them as determined by the CSA. He said the ongoing LRS training is also in compliance with international best practices when it comes to global immigration formalities. LRS Deputy Boss for Naturalization reiterated his institution's commitment to implementing its mandate and calling to the law governing its performance. Among the new recruits, over 100 are females. The opening ceremony was well attended by authorities of the LRS and Lofa County's local government officials. The Association of Liberian Journalists in the Americas concluded its 2024 National Convention in Philadelphia yesterday after 4 days of discussions focusing on Liberia's future. The event, which ran from October 10 to October 13, gathered journalists and experts from around the globe to discuss the theme, addressing Liberia's fragility through war crimes, accountability, and socio-economic development. Dr. Ruptel Ninja Pele, assistant professor at the London School of Economics and Political Science, delivered a compelling presentation on the impact of war crimes on women and girls in Liberia. Drawing from feminist economist Nala Kabel, Dr. Pele highlighted how women and girls bore the brunt of violence during the Liberian Civil War and called for reforms to address these ongoing inequalities. Her talk titled Empowering Liberia's Women, addressing gender-specific impacts of war crimes and building a path to social and economic resilience, underscored the need for legal reforms, better access to resources, and increased political representation for women. In foreign news, now the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament has suspended proceedings indefinitely following chaotic scenes in the chamber over a road about which party holds the parliamentary majority. Last week, it was discovered that 4 MPs had switched allegiance and will run for different parties in the 7 December general election. Speaker Aban Babin then declared that their seats were vacant, arguing that the Constitution does not allow MPs to defect in a finely balanced parliament. That decision, which is being challenged in court, means that the opposition National Democratic Congress has become the majority party. Last Friday, President Nana Akufo-Addo's New Patriotic Party went to the Supreme Court to ask if the Speaker had correctly interpreted the Constitution. The judges asked the Speaker to suspend his declaration until they made a decision. It is not clear when the adjustment will come. Tuesday was the first parliamentary sitting since the Supreme Court's directive to the Speaker and MPs from both the NPP and NDC tried to occupy the seats reserved for the majority party. Eventually, NPP leader in Parliament, Alexander Efanyo Makin, instructed his MPs to walk out in order to avoid any conflict. The NDC lawmakers then started signing party songs and marching around the chamber. The speaker said that without the NPP legislators present, there were not enough MPs to make decisions, which is when he suspended proceedings indefinitely. The suspension has significant implications, as it means the government cannot get approval, importing funding and laws which could affect how the country is run over the coming year. Ghana has a reputation for being one of the most stable democracies in Africa, but the outcomes of its parliamentary and presidential votes tend to be very close. That was the reading of Focus on Liberia Daily News. I now bring you a recap of the headlines. Liberia National Police charges street officials of the Central Bank of Liberia for allegedly stealing government funds and committing multiple offenses, including theft of property, economic sabotage, and criminal conspiracy. Majority members of the House of Representatives have officially invoked House Rule 8.1 and Article 33 of the Liberian Constitution, citing a loss of trust in Speaker Jonathan Funanti Kofa's leadership. At long last, the much talked about Liberia Immigration Service basic recruitment training is taking place in Foya, Lofa County, away from home. The Speaker of Ghana's Parliament has suspended proceedings indefinitely following chaotic scenes in the chamber over a row about which party holds the parliamentary majority. Thanks for watching, and please share our video.